Chairman of the Oyo State Universal Basic Education Board, Dr. Nurini Adeniro, joins me on the news at 1 for more efforts, on efforts to curb the spread of cholera in schools. Thank you so much for joining us on TVC News at 1. I think it was glad, really, hearing the commissioner mention that no fatalities have been recorded in Oyo State, but then also it means that more work needs to be done to ensure that we don't get to that point. Talk to us about the safety measures that Oyo SUBEB is putting in place to mitigate further spread of cholera.
Thank you very much. Like you have been rightly informed, we don't have any serious case of cholera outbreak in Oyo State. The suspected cases are being handled, and according to the Honorable Commissioner for Health, 5 has turned out negative. They are still waiting for the outcome of the remaining 2. However, prevention is better than cure. We have to be proactive and take preventive measure. And since our children in public primary schools or in primary schools generally, they are the most vulnerable in the sense that they are children. They don't know where to stop and what to do at a particular time. So what we have decided to do in Oyo State Universal Basic Education Board, like the release made, is to ensure that we put in preventive measure. For instance, now, the head teachers, through the monitoring of the education secretaries in each of the local governments, they are to ensure that in their school, they arrange for water or regular hand washing for the children, especially those that may have gone to the bathroom or to the toilet, to avoid contamination with whatever food they are taking. And at the same time, we also ensure that the food vendors, we ensure that they prepare their food in a very hygienic environment. That we have done. And this has to be monitored properly to ensure that the compliance, to ensure compliance. And in addition to that, we also encourage the use of hand sanitizer. Remember what happened during the COVID-19 era? Everybody was carrying about hand sanitizer to clean up and ensure that their hands are protected from germs. So we have also decided to say that. And we also encourage that each school should make provision for oral rehydration solution in case they notice any kind of symptom of this nature, so that it can be nipped in the bud. And finally, the state, we have an emergency number 615 for anybody. If they identify or they suspect anything that's happening, they should call that number to report the case so that it will be quickly attended to by the state head people.
All right, all right, Dr. Adeniro. So the emergency number is 615. You know, it's good that that is on ground. And then just as you have mentioned, the children are really vulnerable, and we know that schools are in session. And I know the state of some of our, the public school infrastructure, the way they are. So is SUBEB considering recommending a suspension of academic activities pending when this phases out?
No.
All right. So you think it's something you can manage and we don't get to that point? I'm afraid I can't hear you any longer. I really do hope we can resume the conversation so we can